Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. Welcome to those that are first time viewers. Welcome back to those that are returning viewers. I do private readings as well if you're interested. You'll find all that information below this video. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Page of Cups. So the Three of Wands, first from the top left, really could indicate travel plans or seeking new horizons. It could also indicate a third-party situation. Now, if this is in relation to work, then I feel as though you could be looking elsewhere for work. You could be placed in a new team for work. The Three tends to be sort of, again, a third-party situation of some sort, but it also could mean that someone else is joining you. It could mean ideas also, because Three is communication. It could also mean that there's key people this month at work that you're communicating, liaising, and corresponding with. They could certainly be prominent around you, these two other people or these three other people. It could be fire signs that are around you at work, but I feel as though in some sense your job may be expanding, or you may be asked to do more than you previously have done, and I feel as though you will accept this and take it on. It may overwhelm you, maybe even cause a tiny bit of anxiety, but I feel for the most part you'll have your head down and you'll really work really hard, and you'll definitely be noticed, because the Ten of Wands is you working really hard. The Hierophant is you being watched at work. This is somebody looking at you, reviewing you. You know, see, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, so you're generating money, you're generating ideas, and you may feel a bit overwhelmed and lost in some sense with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, but I feel as though for the most part you will come out triumphant. So I would accept this. If this is an offer for you to take on more work, I would accept this offer to take on more responsibility, because you really will shine, Aquarius, and you will definitely be noticed, and you'll have these people looking up to you. It could be your superiors that are looking to you, turning to you for your judgment, moving you up. That could certainly be it. If this is general, it could also mean that you're looking to new horizons. Maybe you're exploring different spiritual pathways, esoteric arts. It could certainly be that. Again, this could indicate travel plans. It could also indicate a third-party situation with a partner. Traveling with a partner, traveling with in-laws, traveling with family, planning some sort of travel. Maybe there's something that you're lacking here. There's a bit of lack with the Three. So maybe it's time to sort of gain that solitude and find out what you're missing, what you're lacking in your life. Now, moving on, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles really is about work, about the earthly realm, the physical realm, you working hard, generating ideas, you've got your head down. If this is a creative pursuit, I feel as though you're putting more money into a creative pursuit. It could be that you're asking for funds. It could be that maybe you have a business partner that might join you because you've been working very hard for it, Aquarius. Whatever this is on the side that you're doing, you will be noticed for this. The wheels are in motion. The Hierophant is here. So I'm not sure if you've started a public fan base or something, or you've reached out to customers or clients, or you're just establishing customers and clients. I feel as though a lot of people are noticing you, most definitely, with the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. Eight is really about abundance and prosperity and money, and Pentacles just, it's all in your physical realm. So assets, money, your businesses, your creative pursuits, anything that you put out to the world. So if you're in publishing, if you're in modeling, if you're in social media, you know, and writing, anything that has any creative pursuit that can produce work that you can put out to the world and be reviewed by people. If that's what you've been doing, then I feel as though you'll have someone very high up reviewing your work this month. You may not necessarily get an outcome, but I feel as though it will be reviewed. The big boys are looking at it. The big fish are looking at your work and noticing you. So that's always good. If this is in regards to a relationship, I feel as though you and your partner will be working very hard together. But I must mention, you may be working too much, that there could be some sort of anxiety or tension between yourself and your partner. This is indicated by the Page of Swords, which is facing the Eight of Pentacles here. So this is you hard at work, not really noticing anything else in your life. I mean, not taking extra attention to anything else in your life, and as a result the Page of Swords is looking back, and the Page of Swords is really about, you know, not feeling like you have a secure mental state. You know, Swords is thought and communication, and you're not really sure. I mean, you've got your best foot forward, but you're looking back and your sword is pointed up. So there's a lot of there's a lot of things happening around you and you're not sure which direction to take things. Someone could say something to you, perhaps a partner, about their feeling that you're not paying as much attention to them, because there's no potent messages of love in these cards. So it's just you being really, really focused. Again, I don't think there's conflict here. I think it's more so that someone might, a partner or family members or roommates or friends, may communicate to you that they feel somewhat neglected. You know, they may pass comments that you've been just really busy with your own business, your creative pursuits, with work, with other things, and that's fine. I mean, Aquarius, if that's what's working for you. I believe it's all about balance, so if you can, try and spend some time alone or with friends or taking a trip somewhere small. It doesn't have to be overseas. It's all about balance and moderation, but you really are, you're on a roll, so I can see why you're just so committed to concentrating on what you're doing here. Now moving on, we have the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands is all about hard work, burdens, communication, you being the master of communication. I mean, you're carrying this, you're carrying the wands here, you're carrying the team, so to speak. I mean, it could be a relationship of some sort. I feel as though you've worked hard at some sort of relationship you may be in. There could potentially be a third party situation, but not in the sense where someone's cheating. It's more in the sense where an ex might contact you or an ex might contact your partner. But I feel as though you'd both have your back towards them. So it's not something your ex or yourself wants to start up again. It could be that this person comes in somewhere into the relationship somehow, or you hear of them, or your partner says they've bumped into them or something. It could be something minor like that, but I feel as though you've got such a strong connection here. You've worked hard at your relationship. And I feel as though your partner is really noticing this, because with the Hierophant, this is marriage, this is priests, this is you visiting churches. Maybe this is your partner thinking about marrying you. Maybe this is you thinking about marrying your partner. But I really feel you've been working hard at this relationship. Whichever it is, it could be something, you know, maybe it's something not overly serious and long term. Either way, though, the Hierophant does indicate, if this is a love situation from the cards, I'm getting that the Hierophant can indicate maybe you're noticing marriage qualities in this partner for the first time. It could be a fire sign. I mean, you've got fire, earth, air, and water here. So I'm not sure. I mean, the fire sign is coming through quite strongly because there's two cards of those. So it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, Aquarius. Either way, there's something about marriage. This could be a wedding. Maybe you're attending a wedding. Maybe you're planning a wedding. Maybe you're a wedding planner. There's something to do with weddings, churches, spirituality. Maybe you're getting more in touch with your roots. You know, if you're Catholic or Christian, maybe you're getting more in touch with those roots of yours, with your family, etc. But it's interesting that the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups are next to each other here down the side, because I feel as though there's emotional and mental, there's something going on in your mind here, Aquarius, and it's distracting you for the most part. There's something you'll be very happy though, because it's sort of like, but it could happen very quickly and it could change very quickly, because the fish here can represent a Pisces. I mean, maybe you are dealing with a Pisces, but I feel as though there's some change of mind. I mean, fishes are known to be quite fickle, so there could be a change of emotions here that happen very suddenly for you or your partner if you're dealing with a Pisces. But it's Page of Cups really is a message of emotion. So there's emotion attached to this wedding, this person that you want to marry, or maybe they want to marry you, or this visiting of churches. There's some sort of emotional attachment here. Maybe you're traveling to far lands and visiting these places of people that have passed on, grave sites, etc. That could be it. Now, in another sense, the Hierophant and the Page of Cups really can indicate emotional fulfillment, creative pursuit, or at work, or just in general in your love life. I feel as though a lot of people are noticing you. Maybe you'll be approached by a Pisces or a fire sign. It could be an earth sign. But with the Hierophant, you're really in the spotlight here. A lot of people are looking at you, noticing you. See how these men are staring. And you're really being put on a pedestal here, Aquarius. So I guess you are being watched. You're being watched at work. You're being watched in love. You're being admired. But it's interesting. I just want to know what the Hierophant is really bringing you. Okay, so inspiration. So again, inspiration with the Hierophant together just reinforces, reiterates what I've just mentioned. You're inspiring a lot of people at work, a lot of people on the outside. It could be love partners. There's inspired thought here with the Hierophant. I mean, maybe you're visiting Catholic churches and whatnot, or you're at a wedding and you get inspired, or someone inspires you to do something. And it could be something regarding work, or perhaps a trip away, planning a trip. But there's inspired thought here associated with the Hierophant. So again, as I've mentioned, it could be a wedding ceremony. It could be you're inspiring people and they come up to you and approach you. You're getting really inspired at work. You're taking on more duties. Your boss is really appreciating what you're doing. But this Hierophant, whoever he is, maybe it's your fan base. As I mentioned, if you're in social media, you have clients and customers, they're inspiring you in some way. They're generating ideas. You've got a lot of communication here, correspondence, so maybe they're reaching out to you and you'll want to expand. But that's a good Priestess of Inspiration, dated May 13th to June 9th. Maybe this is when you'll get the inspired thought. Maybe this is when you'll go to that wedding. Maybe this is when you'll have your wedding. Maybe this is where you'll be talking about an engagement. And again, we have a golden chalice. So there's some sort of ceremony I'm sensing here very, very, very soon. And that's where you will get this inspired thought. Maybe you'll meet someone and they'll inspire you in just such a big way. So if there's an event or a wedding of some kind with a priest or something and you get invited to it, I would suggest you go, because there's something waiting for you there, definitely. Something waiting to inspire you. But we'll have a look, because love doesn't appear to be very potent for you. We'll have a look at what's going on in your love. Priestesses, tell us what's happening in the love life of Aquarius. Okay, so love is bringing you wisdom. And this is beautiful. This means that your relationship is expanding on an intellectual level. It's bringing you wisdom. As I mentioned, maybe that you're traveling with your partner somewhere. These are the dates, September 30th to October 7th. Maybe you're planning a trip for around these dates. But the Priestess of Wisdom, maybe you're getting together with someone who's older, maybe not necessarily in age, maybe just in maturity. Maybe they're really mature, they're very wise, they're very knowledgeable, they're very intelligent, they're intellectuals. And this is always about wising up about a situation, wising up about a person, starting to realize them, to realize who they are and if you want them in your life. And I mean, the Hierophant signifies that you're thinking about marriage with someone. You're obviously, you're wising up, and maybe you want marriage. Maybe you've been single before and you've had third-party situations, or you've been the one on the side and you've just been focused on work. But now is the time to wise up about your relationships, because I feel like in love, wisdom is coming to you, enlightenment. And the Priestess of Wisdom comes to our relationships to, to educate us about these people that we're with. Maybe something will happen and you will see someone's true character. And I feel as though it will be in a positive light, not in a negative one. But all in all, I hope you've enjoyed your reading.